But if they're worried about Jalen Hurts, you can't find out nothing about Jalen Hurts because you only have 58 minutes. What's up, guys? It's your boy Philly Halftime. Now, let's get into it. Practice is here, and I'm steaming. Listen, everybody is focused on Jalen Hurts and the defense and all, and you're only practicing for 58 minutes. This has to stop. You need to practice longer. Everybody's saying, well, the doctors are saying it's going to stop the soft tissue injuries. That's not true. You're still going to get hurt. But the problem is you're not going to be ready to play a football game. So week 1 against the Detroit Lions, are we going to be ready? People are like, oh yeah, we'll be fine. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It is a big deal to me. And they're also wearing concussion protocol helmets. Kelce is making fun of it. And people are not getting the inside joke. Because when he started, they weren't doing it like this. You're not getting the joke or something. Yeah, he was making fun of it because when he came to play football, they didn't do this. They didn't have the concussion protocol helmets. And they didn't have this, oh, we're only going to practice for 58 minutes. It's getting out of hand. I don't know if they understand or they're just laid back because it's only practice. But if they're worried about Jalen Hurts, you can't find out nothing about Jalen Hurts because you only have 58 minutes. You want to find out about your defense? You really can't find nothing out about your defense because you only have 58 minutes. It's crazy how it's going. Nobody wants to sit here and say what the elephant in the room is. I am. They went from 2.5 hours to 58 minutes in practice. And everybody thinks that's okay. How do you think that's okay? How do you think you're going to be ready for football? And people are like, well, other people are getting hurt on different teams. Okay. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. Let's put them as instance. They're not only playing for 58 minutes. They're hitting. They got pads on. They're getting ready. Everybody, there's other teams out there. Buffalo, I believe, are hitting. You don't see no injuries on Buffalo Bills. You don't see no hits on any other team, a lot of people. Yes, people are going to get hurt. It is football. You're going to get hurt in sports. No matter what. It's just is what it is. But if you don't get your team ready for football, they're going to get hurt during a game. Now, I know everybody's sitting there saying, well, they had OTAs and they had this. I'm like, no. Because they only did shirts, t-shirts, and shorts. So you're really not going to put the pads on. You're really not going to hit each other. So when preseason game here, guess who's not playing? The starters. You're not going to see Jalen Hurts. You might see a little bit of the defense. You might see the running backs. But that's no big deal. They're going to start pulling Kelce. They're going to start pulling people. All right, you get like 1 quarter or you get 3 snaps. Whatever it is. You guys can't practice like this and say you're going to be fine. And for people to say it worked last year, well, reality check, Jalen Hurts got hurt. And he had surgery. Because in sports, people get hurt. And that's just facts. You can't stop somebody from getting hurt. I don't care what the doctors say. You can't stop it from getting hurt. if you play a sport. That guy that got hurt or that girl that was playing sports and got hurt, it just happens. You just can't sit here and not practice and say everything's going to be okay. And everybody's taking this way too lightly. I believe they're taking it way too lightly. And the Eagles might not be ready for week one. You'll never know. Till week one gets here, let me give you an example. If they lose, what are you going to say? Well, they didn't have enough practice. They didn't get enough preseason games. Then you're going to complain about that? When you should be complaining about it now. Because Detroit Lions are hitting. Other teams hit. I think the Rams don't hit. The Eagles don't hit. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Washington. But people are hitting. And that's what you need to do. Kelsey makes fun of it and everybody acts like, oh, he was just making a joke. Because when he started, they didn't have the concussion protocol helmets on their head when they were practicing. Saying how stupid they look. You're going to get hurt. It's a sport. People act like, well, they're trying to stop concussion. No, the doctor said they're only trying to solve the soft tissue injuries. I mean, it's easy to get a concussion. I mean, it's not that hard. But hey, this is crazy how people are acting. They act like it's no big deal. And this is what's going to happen. Until the Eagles start losing games, then they'll go back to this and use it as a point. Well, they didn't really practice, and they really didn't do OTAs, and they didn't really do preseason. You should be complaining about it now. And nobody's complaining about it. So when game comes and they start losing, don't complain about it. I am steaming. This 1 hour practice and think everything's going to be okay is mind-boggling to me. And nobody's mad about it. Nobody. The Eagles are got to start hitting and start practicing longer. 2 hours, hour and a half, something. 58 minutes, and however you want to say it, is nothing. I know Randall Cunningham, but like, that's all they're doing is freaking 58 minutes? Look back in the day. Kelsey can't probably believe it right now. I wish I could get a hold of Kelsey right now. Kelsey's probably saying, that's all we're doing? Hell, I'm just getting warmed up in an hour. That's the problem right there. Some guys just start getting warmed up in an hour. People are going to get hurt. You can't stop somebody from getting hurt. If that person's body is giving out and that muscle gives out, that muscle gives out. You can't stop it. It just happens. Everybody's body is different. So you can't sit here and go, all right, if you do this, this will slow it down. No, when that guy's leg and he pulls a hamstring, it's time for that hamstring for that guy to go. He's not overworking it. Like that's what the doctor's thinking. They're overworking it. This is ridiculous, man. And I know what's going to happen with the Eagles fans. Because they did it last year. All the reporters, they all sat there and said, well, Jalen Hurts didn't really do preseason games and they didn't really practice. Well, guess what? Reality check. Because you need to. I am steamed. I'm so mad about this, and I guess I'm the only one. I guess I'm the only one that says you need to practice. And I'm over here like, what is going on? And everybody like, oh, it's going to be okay. You know, you don't want them hurt. But everybody's like, oh, they're worried about Jalen Hurts. They're worried about the defense. You can't find nothing out. Won't find nothing out. Because if they practice for longer, and I'm telling you this right now, if they practice for longer, then you really could find out what you have for a team. If you got pads on and you're hitting, then you can find out. Friggin' Andy Reid always hit. Don't act like they're not going to hit. Now, they put the pads on, they don't put the pads on in Kansas City. But this is getting out of hand and nobody's saying nothing. It's unbelievable. You guys let me know what you think. Comment below. Is it me? And just let me know what you guys think. I'm hoping the Eagles do good this year, but watching practice for 58 minutes is mind-boggling to me. Alright guys, hit that like, hit that sub, and comment below, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.